Hey, Mortgage Coach community, what's up? Dave Savage. I am at Social Surveys Create Wow Summit with Steve Scanlon. What's up, Steve?
Social surveys. Wow Summit. It's been cool so far. Been pretty wow.
Yeah, it's been pretty wow. So we just had the opening session, which Steve led. So it's a 2-day event. I thought it was super smart that they led with you. I thought that was kind of cool.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, I mean it. Anyways, there was a takeaway I want to make sure the Mortgage Coach community gets. You said a quote, you can't change anything that you do, or you can't change your actions if you don't change the way you think. Is that the quote?
Yeah. You don't change your actions until you change your thinking. But then I quickly went on to say some people don't believe that because we can actually change our actions for small periods of time. But where people get frustrated is we change actions for a small period of time without changing our thinking. We don't sustain the action, which I think is a huge frustration for a lot of people.
No doubt. And then you also, and I like this, you anchored it to, there's a bit of a disruption and a lot of change taking place in the mortgage space. And I don't care whether you're struggling and you're not hitting your goals, or if you're a $100 million producer, even $100 million producers are concerned in this market. You know, I mean, there's a lot of change that needs to take place. In fact, I interviewed Hunter Markowitz yesterday, $120 million a year producer, and he's changing a lot of stuff. So I want Steve to share something that I think is foundation, whether you need to upgrade how you use your CRM. Instead of using it weekly, you need to use it daily. Whether you need to upgrade how you use Mortgage Coach, whether you need to upgrade how you prospect. You know, I think just about everybody listening to this, you have something you want to change that's gonna make you more successful. So Steve, I don't care where it exactly goes. I do know a punchline I want to get to. But
well, since I know the punchline you want to get to, why don't we just dive into the punchline?
However you want to answer it.
I think the thing that you got impacted by, and I would like to just share with you, one of the things that we know as a change agent, if we're going to change the way that we think before we change the way that we act, is meditation. Is actually spending time learning to keep our brains still. There is a tremendous amount of research, and even what I just did with people in that room, I felt like I needed to set it up a little bit, because I think when even you, right now, if you're hearing meditate, first of all, some of you might be doing it, which is cool. Secondly, I've noticed that the world is split into, people think that that's just so hokey, and it's this and it's that, and it's fluffy. Well, as it turns out, there's a tremendous amount of neuroscience that suggests that when we meditate, when we still our brains for even small periods of time, we change a part of our brain called the insular cortex, and that is the part of our brain that allows us to actually go through changes and change things in our life, in our business, and without that, often we just stay the same. So what you want the punchline to be is you want to tell everybody, meditate. Today, there are a ton of apps, Insight Timer, Calm, Headspace. These are apps that give us 10 minutes of time of change. And so, you know, if you don't do it, you're not going to shrivel up and die, but if you do it, it can actually have a huge impact on your life. And the one thing I will say about it is, if we're wrong, let's say, because you've been meditating and I know it.
Well, let's try.
If we're wrong, what harm done?
Right.
Where's the contraindication to that? You know, and they've done a ton of research around the fact that meditation works with people in depression. It works in a whole bunch of different ways, but you can study it, you can learn it, you can get it, or you can do it. And so this is something that I like to teach from just an academic perspective. We actually sat with that group of people and meditated, which was really powerful.
So guys, we had, I think, 70-ish people in a room, mortgage executives, CEOs, speakers, heads of marketing, and everybody just got on the floor, and Steve walked us through a 10-minute meditation, lights turned down. I meditated. And it was awesome. So I really, you know, I hope the message to everybody, I don't care what it is that you need to change. You need to change the way you think. There's things you need to do, but the challenge out of this quick interview is 10 minutes of meditation. And by the way, do it now. Do it today. If you have an app, you know, Calm, Headspace, do it now. By the way, you said something else that was pretty cool. You were listing out all these apps, and then, you know, people are always going, they want the best app. You know, and what did you say? The best app is?
The one you use.
The one you use. I mean, I bet you could go to YouTube right now, not download an app, and go guided meditation and listen to a 10-minute guided meditation. Yeah. So the call to action out of this is 10 minutes of meditation a day. Like, watch this video. If you got value from it, give us a like, share it with your mortgage friend. But I am gonna, you know, just say, put it out there. I'm going to be meditating for 10 minutes a day for the next 10 days. Hopefully it keeps going. But it's always something I've struggled with. I know that I'm better when I do it. I change better. I execute better. I follow the processes that I feel are the best processes if I do it. So I'm going to do it. I hope you guys do it. Any last words?
Yeah, I mean, I would just tell people that if anybody's listening and thinking that sounds fluffy or whatever, there is an amazing amount of science to this. And there's a book recently written by Daniel Goleman, who was the pioneer of emotional intelligence, Harvard-trained psychologist. He wrote a book called Altered Traits. And so anyone that wants to get into the real science of this, because that's what I like about it. I know you like to bring tangibility. Go do this and it's tangible action.
Right.
This, though it seems like a fluffy thing, has a huge impact on parts of our brain that is extremely tangible. And as it turns out, the very parts of your brain that you need to do some of the changes that you call for.
Right.
So I hope you hear it is tangible, and I hope you go take action.
And by the way, if you're going to get a book, get Rewire by Steve Scanlon. You can get it on Amazon.
Still the lizard.
Still the lizard.
But Rewire's the company.
Follow him online, and hopefully you got value. And if you do take action, you do a meditation, you got value from it, let us know down below. Give us some comments. Thanks, brother.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good day.
All right. Take care, everybody.